it too. Like as
Yeah.
soon as they come in the leg, it's just right here. Or you just wrap around and then I do like that twist up and they go straight down.
Arms. Yeah, that was a good one. And I liked what Hannah showed.
Oh, the arm bar. Yeah, that was sick.
Well, even just the back take. Like that back take is very effective. Not just the pushing and pulling, but getting the leg over you so you have access to the back.
Yeah, so that all you have to do is get those hooks in, and then you're right there, just pull them by the belt. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I seen that,
Backwards.
and I was just like, man, see, that's why I love jiu-jitsu. Like, I would never have expected to do something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's good to have, like she said, a bunch of black belts in there, because then everybody has their own variations of things they want to do, you know?
Yeah. Go with the head next side to side.
I actually caught somebody with that arm bar.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. He's an older guy. He's not too much older than us, but he's a white belt too. Three stripe. I don't see him too often.
Up and down. He was there yesterday.
Yeah. I think his wife goes more than he does. I forgot her name though. She's a white belt too though. There's only like 3 couples that come.
Ear to shoulder. I'm trying to think of older white belts. Was he? Is he the? Is he a bald guy?
He kind of looks like a cop.
Is he a bald guy?
No, he's not bald. He has hair. I don't know both of their names honestly.
We'll go around in a circle. Why can't I remember? Because I know. Because there's Courtney and Min. There's Erica and Izzy.
And then the other couple. It's literally the other couple. There's those two.
Other way?
And then there's the other one. And they're both white belts. Everybody else that you named are like the colored belts, except for.
Yeah. Except for Min.
Yeah. I mean, she's there.
She's 4 stripes. She's 4 stripes. She's close enough. We go side to side.
Keep training with Courtney. You'll get there.
She'll probably get it next promotion or sooner. Yeah, she's good. What the heck?
I can't think of their names for nothing. I don't roll around with them too often, so. But I know that I went with him yesterday. He kind of wasn't giving too much. He was tired. You could tell he was tired for sure. Cause like I didn't even have to do much. I just controlled the legs and just threw one under, and then just came right over to side control.
Was he in a black gi yesterday? A little bit taller.
I think so. I think he was in a black gi.
Okay. I don't think I know his name, but I think I might know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I caught him with like 2 arm bars. And the other one I felt bad because I was trying to like be not gentle about it, but you know, like I had already got him there, and I knew that I had the position.
Yeah.
But he kind of kept trying to sit up. So I had to like push his head down, put my leg over again, and just keep.
Yeah, normally
he would kind of like not give up, but you know, like it's already there. I don't want to crank it, you know, like.
Yeah. I'll if I tap someone in a round, normally I'll just like pull guard when we reset.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we'll play a little defense, let them work a little bit.
That's what I like to do. Is like after I tap you, I go. But it's just like if you're gonna let me sweep you while I'm on guard too, then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna practice.
Yeah.
Like, I go there and I try to do everything I learned, you know. So.
Yeah. It's a fine line between, we'll go with the one, like between being like kind of a dick and like overly aggressive versus not going too easy to the point where it's like you're not giving them a good fight.
Right, like I want them to. We'll see. That's why I love going with Rock, man. Because like every time we go, there'll be days where I feel like I'm in full control, and there's days where like we're flow rolling. Like he has an answer for everything I do. I have an answer for everything he does.
Good one.
And like the whole time, like we don't even realize the timer is about to finish because we're like so focused on what we're doing, you know?
Yeah, he was. After you guys rolled yesterday, and then he comes over to me the round after, other way inside. He's like, man, those is getting good. I was like, good to hear it.
Yeah. I've been doing so I've been working a lot of my sweeps because what I do is I play guard a lot. Okay. So like most of the times, like I'll get stuck trying to play guard, I'll do the half guard. But now that you gave me that other variation instead of doing the sweep to the back, or like if they don't do the wizard, I can go take the back. Like I'm just threatening so much more. So now everybody's like more worried. They're like, oh, he knows a little bit more than what we think he knows, you know?
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna work the back take again from the half guard today. We'll work the counter into the sweep that you like, and then if we have time, we'll work a third one, which is going into deep half, and then I'll show you a couple different options from there. Do your penetration step. Just get a couple reps, finish warming up, and then we'll get into some drills. Good. Add the sprawl afterwards. The penetration step into your sprawl. Come up, tactical squat. Good. Good. Gonna do rock and roll into your penetration step. So you'll do this one here, come right up, bam. Yep. Good. I want you to do the rear brake fall into your tactical getup. Make sure you're traveling backwards a little bit. Boom, onto the side. Yep. Shift yourself backwards. Onto the knee. Yep. Curl the toe, and then come up. And then other side. Good. Very nice. Make sure you're driving forwards as you come up, not sitting backwards. Drive forward. There you go. Good. Good. Shrimp out.
Shrimp it sucks with socks on.
Just got to engage the hammies more. Strategic. All right, do the forward shrimp. Do one on each side and then 2 armbar twists. So do 2 and then 2 armbar twists.
So they're back and then...
No. So just do one side, then the other side, and then 2 armbar twists.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Good. All right, break. Come on up. We're gonna do your knee cut entry. So just down to the knee on the floor. We'll do 10 times, 5 on each side.
So we're here.
Yep.
Oh, no. So we're here.
Gallop step. Nope, this one's gonna move first.
So this one goes...
As you press, yep, there you go.
It always feels weird on that side for some reason. So here.
Good.
So I want this one first.
Yes, sir. Five. Good. 6. That. Good. 7. Good. 8. 9. There you go. 10. Good. On your back over here. We're gonna do guard to armbar. So I was letting Vince armbar me a little bit yesterday, so just keep it easy. But we'll do so here, reach across, pull the head down, and then you rotate and swing the hips up. Good. Yep. Other side. Do 10. Nice. Good. Make sure you're rotating a little more, whether that's as your leg comes around or before. A little bit of rotation. 5. Good. Make sure you pull those hips up as that leg comes around. Hips up, hips up, hips up. Yep. Just like the armbar twist. Hips come up as the leg goes over the head. So spin, hips up now. Yep. Now just once you have it, get those hips up to get the leg around the head. Yes. Last 2, lock them out. Nice and easy on this side. All right, do it again. You gotta get those hips up. Don't just bring the leg around. So pull down on my head and use this to help
bring them up.
To help get your hips up. Yes, beautiful. Pinch the knees. Good. Lock it out. Lock it out. Pinch the knees. Get it down. Other side. Good. Pinch. Tap. Good. Back up. Mount the arm bar this time. So we'll go this way.
I'm collecting an arm.
Reach. Good.
I have this one I pull here. I'm bringing this.
Yes, sir.
Swing this around. It's tight.
Good. Good. Now try to press and step at the same time.
So as I push?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
So here.
Try not to put that hand down.
You said what?
Try not to put that hand down.
Oh,
on the
okay,
mat.
no posting. Stay connected.
Yep.
So, bring this arm up.
Use your knees. Climb your knees up. There you go.
Okay.
Once you get that elbow away from the body, it's much. My arm is much weaker. There you go. Good.
I keep forgetting if I don't post, all my weight is going to be on the arm. So I have to focus on that. So from here, I want to bring my knees in.
There you go. You got to engage your core a little bit more, just like the rock and roll. It's the same movement. Yep. Good. That's 4. Nice. You're good. Good. Yeah, you're doing a good job staying tight through the movement.
Yeah, I've been learning the more tighter I stay, the less chances of them moving around that I give them, you know?
Yeah, and the slower that you can move.
Yeah, because when you're tight, you don't have to really move too fast because you're already attached.
Yeah. Yeah, I was telling that to Vince yesterday because he was like rushing through a lot of what he was doing, and I'm like, if you stay tight and you have your control, you don't have to move quickly. You can move slowly.
Nice and slow, yeah. He has strength, man. Because he got those calves, like when he grabs onto my leg, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, he is a strong dude. And his guard retention has gotten pretty good too. I was trying to pass and I was having a lot of trouble maintaining any kind of pass. 7, 3 more. Good. Lock out the last 2. Just keep it nice and easy on this side.
How's your shoulder feeling? Oh, stepped wrong.
There you go. Got distracted. Now it's feeling pretty good. Had a couple days of rolling, being able to use it.
Yeah.
So it's feeling pretty good. The strength is still not quite there.
Where it needs to be, yeah.
But that's
That
expected.
comes with time, yeah.
I mean, I'm a couple days shy of 4 months post-op. So
for the movement that you got, it's crazy though, you know?
Yeah.
You're definitely not the average Joe.
I'm trying. Yeah, they were. Doctor was expecting or doctor and PT were expecting probably not until at least 6 months
6
that
months,
that I'd be like back to training, close to 100%.
Yeah.
And like I'm not 100% yet, but I can do just about anything.
Right.
Like I'm not messing around with like Americana, Kimura, Omoplata, anything like that just yet. But like I can throw punches fine, I can get hit fine. I can get armbarred. I can use it to push and pull. It can get pushed and pulled.
Yeah, so everything you needed to do is already there. It's just building that strength back up.
Yeah, the strength is the biggest thing. I'll have a little bit of pain here and there with some movements.
Yeah, it's normal, especially because you just got it done, you know?
Yeah, but a couple more weeks, strength should get a lot better. I mean, I'm progressing quickly. It's just had a long way to go from lifting no weight to going back to where I was.
Right.
So, but it's doing really well. It feels good. I'm not like overly sore after I train or anything.
That's the most important part.
So I can stay consistent.
After training, you know what I mean? After your adrenaline goes down, you get that little sore feeling.
Yeah.
But I mean, most people say a little bit of Tylenol on some ice, man, and you'll be all right.
I haven't even been taking anything.
No, really?
No.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, I mean, like PT worked me pretty hard yesterday. We progressed a lot of stuff and upped the weight on a lot of stuff.
Do you ice it at all or no?
So at PT, I go twice a week still. And at the end of each session, I'll do 15 minutes with ice and then like the electrode stimulation.
But that's the only thing you do? Like at home you don't ice it?
Every once in a while, but.
That's good, man. That's really good. So you're letting like the natural heal. You know what I mean? That's what's up.
Yeah, not a whole lot of pain. So, and if I was in more pain, then I would be icing it. Like I was, a couple months ago, I was icing it somewhat consistently because it was a little bit more sore. But
but for you to be doing the workouts and not having to ice it afterward, that's really good. I mean, it's definitely doing what it needs to be doing.
Yeah. All right. It's cool. So let's get in. Let's just review the half guard to the back that we did last week. I was rolling with Izzy yesterday, and he was, I ended up in the half guard and ended up doing it to take his back, and he's like, oh, I was expecting the sweep. So he didn't whizzer or anything. He just kind of let me go because he was expecting me to
That's why he
debate and go.
For me, though, because I was trying to do it to Izzy, too, and I kept feeling like he wanted to whizzer, but he was, like, hesitant because he didn't know what I was doing. And I kind of tried to get that same sweep, but he kind of knew what was going on, which for me, I mean, I know he's a blue belt and all, but I've tapped him a couple times, so I didn't think he was going to expect that.
Yeah.
You got him before me, huh?
But it's important to understand that like it's not just about setting up the sweep. Is like if you can get the back take the back.
Yeah.
Like so getting good at that is important. So we'll review this a couple times. We'll go into the sweep and then we'll add the option to go to we'll add the option for deep half and I might show you a couple other things. But you can get up to your knees and do like a takedown from there. Kind of like a wrestle up. You can go to deep half and do a couple different things from there.
Okay.
So we'll go over all that, but lay this way. Gotta get the angles.
So we're here. I'm underhooking.
Yep. And let this go once you get there, so you can get nice and tight. Good.
So from here.
So.
Oh, wait,
you're good. Go ahead, pop. Shrug and pop. Don't get up to your knee yet, though. Pop out while you're still on your butt.
And when I pop out, do I kind of want to put my head in there like that?
You want to duck your head. So you want to shrug and duck your head under my arm.
So?
Mm-hmm. And then stay nice and tight. Now you work up to your knee, pull the foot out a little bit, seatbelt. Yep, under grabs over, and then you get up on top. Good.
And then from there, would I usually try? I would just try to roll on my back.
You don't have to.
Because I can still control from there, huh?
So what we'll do? Do you know you can do like a basic rear naked choke, right?
Yeah.
So we'll just finish it with that each time.
Same side or other side?
Do the other side. We'll alternate. Do it. Just finish with the rear naked choke, so that you can work on that flow and transition from there.
So I like to.
Yeah. Once you get that underhook, you can get the knee out of there.
And then from here, it's a shrug.
Shrug. Pop. Yep.
Then I get my knee out.
Seatbelt.
From here, it's seatbelt.
Yep.
And then up
and then from here, if I want to fight your hands, I either need to use only one or I have to sit back and use both hands from here. Either way, you're chilling. And if you feel like you're starting to fall, then you can take me one way and roll. But just work the rear naked choke from here.
So then from here, it's just. Okay.
Pretty much.
See, I've been doing the gi so much, so now as soon as I get to that position, I'm already grabbing as deep in the collar as I can. That way, if you do fling me off, I'm already kind of choking you. And if you do try to do things, you're worried more about your neck than what I'm actually trying to do,
And that's awesome, because the more problems that you can cause for your partner, the better it's going to be for you. Because then they have, like you're saying, they have to worry about a bunch of different things.
Yeah, they're more distracted on other things than what I actually want to do.
This way. Yep. Here. Good. Yep. Nice and tight. I'll go with your knee first. Because when you get up to your knee, you get tall. It makes it harder to get underneath my arm.
Okay, so I kind of still want to stay low from here.
You can get up to your hand. You just want to make sure that you're low enough to be able to shrug effectively.
So.
Yep. And then you're tight from there. Up to your knee first, and then you can go seatbelt. And then up. And finish with your choke. Watch the mic. Yep. Good. Good. Careful with that foot.
Oh yeah, because once it gets too deep, it gets stuck. So. Here. Tight.
When you get this choke, instead of here with this hand on the head, I want you to think about palm facing yourself and sneak it behind my head.
Okay, so lock it in, and then instead of grabbing the back of the head, turning my head like this?
Yeah, and if you can go, you can either go here and then bring it behind. That one's a little bit tougher. You can actually just go here and then slide it in from the side, and then your hand will lock into the bicep from there.
Okay, so it's even less space to give. Okay. This way. So here. So I go up.
Yep. Good.
So
Pop. Very good. So from here, grab the shoulder.
This shoulder?
And then this hand will come up and slowly sneak behind my head. Yes. So you get to that bicep.
Oh, wow. This is a lot tighter. Okay. I see what you're saying now. Because it just feels like it's like giving no space.
Yeah, you're not giving them the room of this hand coming over.
Over and around.
You're keeping this nice and tight. Like
so it's already tight, and I'm just adding to the tightness instead of like kind of giving you a relief. Because once this arm comes around, you kind of start fighting this hand before it locks in.
Yes, you're hiding that hand a little bit too. Like we were saying, the tighter you stay, the slower that you're able to move.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the next couple reps. Do this side. We're gonna do the next couple reps from a lower spot. So you're gonna come down without the shield. I'm gonna be here. You're gonna be fighting the cross face here. Yeah, and you're gonna work that underhook from there, and then work up to your elbow, build a little bit of height, and then you go.
See. Yeah, from here it's grabbing the shoulder.
Now make sure you get this elbow. You want your tip your elbow directly under my chin. So you want to get armpit to shoulder. A little bit tighter. A little bit tighter here. Yes. Okay. Elbow under the chin. That way you're attacking the carotids on either side instead of attacking the throat of the windpipe.
Right, and then from here it's just a simple back pull.
Yeah, if you're
I'm definitely gonna start doing that now.
If you're on the windpipe, it'll hurt, but it's not gonna put them to sleep. And if
I
you're
have to be blocking them in order for. Yeah, because if they fight the choke, they could keep fighting for a minute. But if I block the carotids, they're going to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. If you put them to sleep, they're not fighting anymore.
It's over.
But they can fight the pain.
Yeah. Okay, so we're here.
So we're gonna go from down here where you're fighting the cross face. I've gotten past the shield, and then you pummel that in. And you can use this. I would shrug me up sooner. So get down here. Use this underhook to start to lift me a little bit. Yup. Now you see how much tighter you are?
Yeah.
Get that ear to the chest. Now work up to your elbow. And now you already have the position you want to be in.
Yeah, then from here I'm just shrugging and getting my leg out. Seatbelt here. And then this one has to get
Yep.
here. Slide it.
Very good. Do 2 more. Pommel, work that up. Yes. Nice. Good. Very good. I'll do 1 more.
Yeah, this is where I need to practice because this is where I end up a lot. When I try to play the guard and they get too heavy on me.
Yeah.
So from here.
Good. All right. So. Still on here? Yeah. Cool. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Come back here. Go into my half guard. So from here, slide this way a little bit because we're gonna end up rolling that way. From here, right? I'm blocking the cross face. I pummel under. I get up to here. You whizzer. You know that I'm trying to go under for that underhook or for that back take. You're gonna whizzer and drive that shoulder down to stop me from going. Now,
one thing that you can start to threaten from here is working up to your knees. So I can scoop here, work up to my knees, and drive into you.
Okay.
Now it's a very effective one if they're sitting backwards, so either sitting on your butt or they're driving that way. However, most of the time, especially someone like an upper belt and they know what they're doing, when you whizzer, you're driving your shoulder down towards the mat and your weight is going into me.
So they're like,
you're here. So that makes it very difficult for me to start to work up. This is where I go underneath for the sweep. So I'm basically baiting you to drive your weight into me. I'm trying to get up. I can even go up to my knee if I want. But as soon as I feel that weight really start to drive hard into me, I roll back the other way. I have a good grip here around your hip. I roll back the other way, and this hand just sneaks down to an underhook. And I roll.
Okay, so you're also,
you're,
it's basically my momentum of shooting down is what's pushing me that way.
Exactly.
Okay.
So as soon as I feel, because if you feel, here, come back. If I feel that you're sitting back, so if I go to here and you whizzer, if I feel that you're sitting back, your weight's that way, I'm coming up.
Right, because I'm already going this way.
But as soon as you start to feel me, like sit up or come up, you're driving into me.
Yeah.
Right, and then as soon as I feel you drive into me, I sit back, I underhook, and once I have this leg, you're going over.
Yeah.
Like I will do this sweep slowly, just like that, way more than I do it quickly.
Quickly, yeah. Just
Because
you already have control.
Exactly. I have all your weight on top of me. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I basically attach myself to you. So you're just using my own body momentum. Okay.
Now, one important thing to remember here, come back over, is a lot of times you'll go here, right? Someone like, we're talking about Izzy. They know the sweep is coming, right? So you pressure in. I start to sweep. They'll release the whizzer and post. Right now, at this point, depending on where you are, if they post late, you can probably still get the sweep. But more often than not, it's going to be this early post. This is where I get the back take most frequently because I have this leg now free to give me some momentum. This one out here. So I can just sit up and pop out. Now I have the back.
Nothing's holding you or anything.
Because you've let go of the whizzer.
Yeah, in order to post here.
In order to post. So now, and what's cool here is because as I roll, so go to do the whizzer again. As I go to roll, this leg kind of comes out. So can you look back the other way? Look behind you. My leg is kind of out here.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So as you go to post, I can just sit it back down. So you're gonna post and drop your weight. As I sit, as you go to post, I'm just using this one. I'm driving down, and that helps me shrug out.
And now you're already behind me.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how these combo really well together. Because if you whizzer, I roll. If you post, I go under.
So it's, again, this is a baiting kind of thing. Like I want them to whizzer, and if they don't whizzer, then I already have the back take from there.
It can be used as a baiting tactic, but really what it is doing. This is something that when I teach self-defense I talk about a lot, is doing the worst thing for the bad guy.
Right.
It's not about you doing the move that you want to do or your favorite move. It's about you doing what's worse for them.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they don't whizzer, you're gonna take the back. That's the worst thing in that scenario. That's what's available to you. But if they whizzer, what's available to you is the roll. If they post again, the back becomes available.
So my goal is always to do things that's the worst for them.
Generally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the scenario is always going to dictate what you're going to do.
Right.
So, depending on what they do, it opens up different opportunities for you.
Okay.
So let's work the roll a couple times. So go on this side.
So we're here.
So you go to underhook. I whizzer to stop that. Right now, if I'm here, if I'm sitting back, you're just going to work to get up. But as you work to get up, I'm driving in. You feel the pressure change on you. So you drop down, reach for the underhook, and roll through.
Okay. And then from here, it's just heavy, right? Just heavy and...
Yeah, you just got... Now, you might end up in half guard. You might end up in side control. That all just kind of depends on how you end up,
how the roll finishes.
Yeah. And you can manipulate your hips and your feet to end up in side control rather than half guard.
Yeah,
sometimes...
once I'm here and your leg is going there, I can kind of kick with this leg, too, and then from there, I'm just in the side.
Now, sometimes, if you're in like a competition and you're trying for points, you may want to end up in half guard because you get 2 for the sweep, but if you end up in side control, you only get 2. If you end up in half guard, you have an opportunity to pass guard and get another 3.
Okay, so when it's in competition, I have to think about the points too.
It depends. Again, it depends on the scenario.
On the scenario, right?
Like if you're down 5-0 you're down by 5. You sweep, that's only 2 points. But if you sweep and then you pass guard, that's
Now
5.
we're tied, yeah.
Now you're tied.
Okay.
So
I gotta keep that in mind too when I'm rolling around.
that's a strategic element, something to be aware of for competition purposes.
Right.
Obviously, getting the sweep is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Or if,
to those points too could help a lot.
or you really bait the sweep hard so you can get to the back, and back take is 4 points. So that's another thing to consider.
Okay. That's
So-
right. So getting to the back. Well, getting to the back is 4 points. Do I have to set my hooks in to get the 4 points?
You need hooks for 3 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. Those strategic elements, knowing how to do the things is number 1, and
Right.
then the strategic pieces are going to be the second, the less priority thing to understand.
Right.
But still important to note. On this side, we'll do the other side.
So we're here.
So you underhook
So I'm here.
and sit up. And this, you really need to, like if I don't whizzer, you just take the back.
Right, because from here it's just there's no point in even sitting here. I'm just.
Yep. Yeah.
Well-
But I'm gonna whizzer to stop that. Again, if you feel me sit back, you might start to work up.
So when you sit back, is I'm pulling this leg with my opposite leg.
Yeah,
right?
that's one that you can
And then I
do.
can drive into here.
And then as I drive into you here, you feel my weight.
Coming towards me, that's when I would
Yep.
just switch it up from there to here.
Yep.
Boom.
And now see, this time you end up in side control.
Yeah, because my legs were free.
Mhm.
But from here, I could still kind of work because I'd just get heavy.
Yeah.
And then keep trying to keep these from going in. I mean, it'd probably be a little harder because you still got leg control. I'd
Yeah.
have to keep control of your upper body.
Yeah, and that is going to depend where you go. What you do next is going to depend on how you end up after the roll.
Okay.
If you end up in half guard, if you end up in side control, it's all going to depend.
Here.
Now, if I'm driving hard, you just go right for the roll. Yep.
Cool. And then from here, it's better to stay in half, you said.
It depends.
Well, for the point wise.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're just rolling with whoever.
Yeah,
doesn't-
just
doesn't
try out
matter.
what I can try, you know. So,
Yeah.
or what I like to do is when I'm rolling and training, I like to see what the other person wants to do with if this is my tactic and I was to do this, what would happen? You know what I mean? So that way, the next time I roll, okay, I'm looking to see if they react the same, and then I can fix like my mistakes from their reactions, you know.
So 2 things I'll give you on that. One, it's important to be aware of where your legs are if you're going to end up in side control or if you're going to end up in half guard.
Okay.
If you can figure that out, like as you're rolling, you're going to be able to progress and flow right into your next movement more quickly.
Okay, because I'm expecting to land in a certain way.
Mhm.
Okay.
The second thing is it also may depend on who you're going with. So if you have someone who has a really good half guard or a really good guard game in general, you might not want to end up in their half guard. You
yeah,
might really
break
try
off.
to end up in side control. Whereas if you have someone who doesn't have as great of a guard, and let's say you know that you need the points or whatever, you just want the points, you might purposely go into half guard so that you can
so I
pass.
keep passing. Okay.
Let's do this side, yeah. Now again, if I drive hard right from here, you're just going right for it. Yep. I'll do 2 more. Here, come over here. Good.
This helps a lot
This
too.
side.
'Cause I
Yeah.
can pull
Mhm.
and push.
That's one of the biggest mistakes with this technique is people will reach up too high. They'll try to grab like the lat around the
That's
shoulder.
what I've been doing the whole time. Is I'll try to grab like the back of your neck almost,
Mhm.
and then when I pull, it's like way harder because you're so much more like stiff up top. That's if I'm grabbing your hips, it's kind of like pulling you that way. You
Well,
know?
think about it. What are you controlling to get their weight over top of you? What
The
part of
bottom half?
the
right?
hips? The hips.
Right.
If you can manipulate your partner's hips, you're going to manipulate wherever they go.
Okay.
So if you can cup those hips and take them with you, you're in a much better
Yeah, and
spot.
I feel like it's like more like easier. You know what I mean? I said like you said, if I'm grabbing the lat, they're so tight and stronger up there. You know?
Well, so the hips are going to be stronger, and that's why cupping them helps make it easier because
Okay, 'cause
you're
they don't have
taking
the
some of the
strength.
power. Exactly, you're taking some of the
Right,
power
okay.
away from the hips. Do one more on this side. You're good here.
Okay.
Yep. Now, yeah, it worked to come up. Then I bait back. I go back into you. Yes. Good. Okay.
I'm
So
trying doing that a lot more, grabbing that leg just to see what they do.
Yeah.
And if they pull into me, like you said, straight for the sweep. And then that sweep right there is 2 points.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
because again, you're causing problems for them.
Yeah,
You're causing things for them to think about.
exactly. Well, that's what I like to do now. Is like if I can make them think instead of me thinking, it's a lot better for me than like a lot of people say that like you'll do. They say I do something and then I like buffer. I'm like, what do I do next?
Yeah.
You know?
That's where having these options based on feeling is important, because you know, I have this underhook. You know, if they don't whizzer, I'm taking the back. If they whizzer, I'm going for the sweep.
For the sweep, yep.
And then, you know, there will be some sort of fight between, like, they're posting, they go back to the whizzer, they're posting, so you'll have to go back and forth. But doing it based on feeling is easier and more efficient than doing it based on just thought and thinking.
Like
because
thinking I should do it.
Because you're not necessarily always going to be able to see what's going on. But if you can feel where they are, it gives you another element, another stimulus that you can pay attention to. So you can see something and you can feel it, and in some scenarios hear it, so that you can move faster.
Okay.
So, and again, the less you can think, the faster you're gonna move.
Right.
So, we're gonna go into the deep half from here, and there's two options generally from deep half. So, what'll happen a lot of times is I go for this underhook, you whizzer, right? I come underneath, and if you post early, I can take the back. If you post late, but not late enough for me to finish the sweep, then I'll go to deep half. So what that looks like is, let's say I get all the way down to like here, right? And you post. Now it's gonna be difficult for me to hit the sweep.
Right, so I'm just trying to put my pressure down.
Yeah, I could work to come up and take the back, but now I have to shift all the way back to this side. It's gonna give you time to whizzer again, right? So if I'm here, what you can do, I use this, I'm just lifting, and I'm shifting under to this leg.
Okay.
This is my deep half guard. All right, this is, I guess it would be defined as like shoulder to like the upper thigh or the hamstring area. Right. I'm not 100% sure how you would technically define deep half, but there's two things that you can really do from here. Number one is rolling back the other way to sweep. So if I am driving you forward, which way are you going to try to go?
The opposite?
Yeah. You would try to sit back, right? So that you can't go that way.
Right.
If I feel you sit back, I'm just going to roll the other way.
And now I'm here. 2 points.
Oh, you get 2 points for that?
Because I started on my back or my butt, and now I put you on your butt, and I got up.
Oh, wow, okay.
And now I'm in your half guard. I have this leg controlled. You can work up from there. If I come back down, let's say your weight is really forward, right? Maybe I pushed you this way, or I tried to go back this way, and you shift forward, and you're holding me there. I can pop underneath and come up, and now I have your back. And I can work the back take from there.
Okay.
So you either roll for a sweep, or you go between the legs to the back.
And the sweep gives you 2 points, but then if I take the back and then get my hooks in, it's 4 points.
Yes, you have to get the hooks in to get the points.
All right.
So I'll walk you through that again.
Yeah.
So go down here.
So I'm here.
And this one, I mean, you can get to deep half. You don't have to go for the sweep to get to deep half.
Right.
There's plenty of ways you can get to deep half, but this is just keeping in theme with what we're doing right now. So you go underhook, you sit up, I whizzer, right? You go to sweep, right? You take me here, I'm posting. Now, a lot of times you're gonna see people sit back right away. So you need to get to deep half. So you need to pull this up, yep, and you're going to this leg.
So I'm attaching myself here?
Boom. Yep. Now, if I sit back, you're just rolling up the other way. Yep. This is the most simple one.
And you get 2 points for it. That's crazy.
This is the most simple one, but you're going to have people trying to kind of surf on top.
Right.
So let's do it again. We'll do the back take this time. We'll do the same side, and we'll do the back take. So we're here. I whizzer. You go to sweep. Here. You scoop under. Yep, to deep half. And the key here is this arm just shifting from this leg to this leg. So now, let's say you go to roll back the other way. Or maybe I sprawl out and shift forward. You drive your hips back this way, pop your head under my legs, and now you're up towards the back.
Okay.
Yep.
So this one does require a little bit of timing then.
Yes.
Because I want to feel that momentum going forward so that I can pop back as you go forward, and then I got to kind of hop back up.
But it's the same thing as the sweep and the back take.
Right, so it's the bump and then straight to the back.
But same thing as in the feeling, right? You feel this, you do the back take. You feel that, you do the sweep.
Right.
It's the same thing here. You feel them sit back, you go up. You feel them go forward, you take the back.
Okay.
It's just wherever they go, again, do the worst thing for them. Don't try to force your favorite thing.
Okay. Yeah, whatever I see that is not going to work for them is what I should be doing.
Go on this side, do this way.
We're here.
You underhook, I whizzer, you go to sweep,
Yep, I post, you go to deep half. Yep. Now you're here. If I'm gonna try to sit back. That's gonna be my first thing, because if you're facing this way, I'm like, oh, that back's right there. Yeah, so go back. I don't even want you to post with this leg. All I want you to do is cross your ankles, pinch your knees, and then as I sit back, just roll to your other hip. That's it. You don't even have to post or anything.
Oh, okay.
You just use the momentum.
Right. So I'm just staying attached.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna wanna stay tight here. You're gonna wanna keep this head in there. You don't wanna let me come up and try to take your back. So you're gonna wanna, you can bring this across. Yes, there you go. Take me down. So you're gonna use all your, all of your awareness, your tactics and stuff from there.
Yeah. As soon as I get up, stay tight. Start attaching myself more to your top half and climb up.
Yeah, and all the the basic stuff that we work on in terms of pressure and passing and all that.
Right.
But obviously we got to get there first. So let's do the back take as well. So here, boom, post, go deep half. Now let's say you start to roll back the other way. I drive forwards so that you can't do that, and then you shift your hips back this way. You can use this hand to kind of push on my hamstring or my butt.
Will this be like so I use my underhook and push, right?
Yep, and you can use your hand if you need to push on my hamstring or my butt.
Okay.
So that you can pop your head out. Yep. And then you come up. Yep. And this is cool too, because you kind of have my leg trapped.
Yeah,
so
because I don't want you to go nowhere.
yeah, so what you can do from here is you keep this one attached, you throw this hook in, and then you can throw the other one on top.
Okay, after.
Yeah. You're just keeping...
That gives me so that leg doesn't go nowhere.
Yeah, you're just keeping that attachment, that control.
I like that deep half. Boom, because it's just giving me so much more options from the half guard,
Yeah.
Like now I have stuff to play with.
We'll play with that more too, and what we'll do next time is we'll play around with, like, I'll give you a certain look, like I'll sit back or I'll go forward, and you'll just be forced to react to it.
Right.
So we'll play around with that, because that's going to help you more than just drilling statically. That's a little bit more of a dynamic drill.
Yeah, now I have to focus on the feeling, like you said, instead of just, okay, I know this is coming, let me move this way.
Yeah, and
so I'm giving myself options to see what can happen.
And we'll isolate the scenario so you get good specific reps in that scenario with these techniques, but based on how I'm moving and the reactions that I give you.
Okay.
So we'll play with that next time. Questions? I know you had mentioned previously that you were feeling a little bit slow or stiff with your arm bars, so we'll get back to working on some of those arm bars.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that my fucking shoulder works again, so we'll get back to some of that in the warm-ups for sure. We'll play around with some arm bar variations too.
It's it's like exactly what you said. It's everywhere.
It's
so
everywhere.
I see it all the time now. Like before, I didn't even understand it too much. Like I knew I could do it, but it was just like now I see them. Like I'll be hanging out, and I'm like, oh, you're just gonna stick your arm out there for me? Just all I gotta do is really lift the leg up, and I'm there. So
yeah.
It's just about like you said, maintaining tight and cutting the right angles too. Because sometimes I'll get it, but the angle isn't right, so the arm will just slip right out. You know, and then keeping that thumb up and all that, like.
But what's cool about things like that, because it's the same with a Kimura, right? Kimura, armbar, they're very similar because you can do it from almost anywhere.
Yeah.
And you get to experience, it's the same mechanic. It's isolate the arm, get your hips close to the elbow, and then extend. But being able to do it from different positions, you can find it, and it allows you to explore and experiment. So now it's not do this technique when you get here, it's once you're in this position, here's the mechanic that you do.
Right.
Or it's like, you're searching for a feeling, you're not searching for a position or a technique.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, as soon as I know, like, okay, I'm comfortable here and I feel that this is about to happen, I know that I can do it. Instead of I'm not trying to set it up,
Yeah, and you already know what it feels like to pinch your knees, pull your heels to your butt, and isolate that arm.
Yeah.
Versus learning a completely new technique.
Right.
So now it's like you see the arm, you know what the mechanic is, you just clamp down,
go ahead
and you go.
Yep.
So that's why I like the arm bar, and even the Kimura is slightly less versatile, but you can still, you can do a Kimura from underneath of someone in side control.
I got it on Lenny one time.
Yeah.
I was in, or it was like almost like a half guard, and he was on top, and he had left it. He went to go post with his arm. As soon as he posted, I went around and grabbed it and just aimed it back. He didn't tap though, because he got that double jointedness, but he was like, man, anybody else would have definitely tapped for that.
Yeah. Even bottom side control, you can do a Kimura from.
Which is
like,
crazy.
It's wild. Like you'll have a lot of times you'll get a Kimura from like guard or something, and someone will go to pass, but they're still in this position.
on top of you, and it's like, this is stopping me from doing anything.
Yep.
So now I have to move, and it gives you the opportunity to get up.
Exactly. See, that's the thing though. It's like you don't want it, but you're gonna bait it to cause a problem so that you can keep on doing what you need to do.
And you take it if it's there.
Yeah.
Same thing with arm bars. Like, you can throw an arm bar, like, let's say you're playing from your guard, right? You can throw an arm bar where you know they're gonna try to pull that arm out. You go for your triangle, or
That's what I've been trying to do too. Is like when I see that they're not going for that, to cross my legs. That way I can start working my ankles and getting that locked in. You know.
Or vice versa. I'll do it all the time where I'll threaten a triangle, and I'll either go to cross, or if I can get to the figure 4, I will. But I'll threaten the triangle, and then they posture to try to create space, and it's just leg around the head, arm bar.
Yeah, so see that I get caught in that one a lot actually. It's because I'm so worried about the legs getting crossed that I don't want them to lock them in. But lately I've been trying to stop posturing and doing more stacking. Because I've noticed that the stacking works a little bit better. The only problem is that if they sweep me from the stack, then I'm in a bad position. It
depends. When it comes to stacking a triangle, it depends how early you pick it up. So if you pick up the triangle really early, before they get any type of figure 4, before they get any real bite or tightness, you can posture and then break the clasp of the ankles and you're fine.
Okay.
But if they're squeezing and they have it even like halfway locked in, or they're starting to apply pressure, as soon as you posture, they can go for that arm bar. So if you're like all the way down here, you don't want to posture generally unless it's really early.
Yeah, I kind of want to keep stacking and kind of turning.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that one's tricky to defend, especially because like if you get in a deep triangle, it's hard to really escape.
I feel like I'm ready to black out. I'm like, oh, do I tap? Do I fight it?
Yeah. So, all right. Any other questions?
No, that was everything, man.
Cool. All right. Good shit.
Get you some cash.
Thank you.